I do have to talk now because I was brought into the fucking mix.
You sure were?
By Jake Paul, inviting me on to his show.
Yeah.
As a co-host.
Hear me out, bro. I think I don't hear.
That was really well said, brother.
You know what I mean? Like if like I have so many, like, you know, there's pros and cons to this shit, right? Like, you know, first of all, we're doing our own show. Mm-hmm. We have 3 weeks of episodes already locked in. We have our own path going, right?
Yes,
but then
sir.
I get invited on. Maybe I shouldn't be a co-host. Maybe I do an episode. Maybe I do 2. Maybe I do whatever the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. There's so much I have to unpack here, right?
Yeah.
Take your time. I
had my.
This is a podcast.
This is,
We're only
down,
10
Turbo.
in. I got
Slow
rid of
down.
everything I wanted to talk
Wait,
about.
I got a question. Do you feel like Jake is actually asking you to be a co-host? Like, do you think this is a real
So a
offer?
lot of people, you know what I love is that all these people, listen, nothing makes me like giggle more when people have no idea what's going on in my life that hit me up and be like, listen, this is what's happening. I'm like, really? Explain it to me because I have no idea what's happening in my life. Me and Jake have never stopped talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I very much kept in contact with everybody that I used to keep in contact with. The only one I'm not talking to right now is Mike and Logan. I kept me and Jake's relationship private. I wanted to get him on my podcast for his fight. I wanted to do a little bit more with the promoting. I showed him love behind closed doors because our relationship, it never had any problems. I think he was just kind of coming from a place where he's like, and also here's another thing. I sided with George. And dude, you guys.
He had your back, bro.
Guys,
Yeah.
listen to me. I kept my mouth shut the whole time for many reasons. One, first and foremost, I wasn't raised to go and be like, this is what I dealt with. I wasn't. I told people how I felt. That backfired. So then I was like, I'm going to take a backseat on that. And then there's also the legal issues, right? So there's some people out in the world that are like, was he a piece of shit? Did he take advantage of his friend? Did he this? And that kind of hurt my feelings, right? I mean, like, because I know who I am as a human being. But I was like, whatever, the truth will come out. I literally said this in a podcast with Howie Mandel. I was like, the truth will come out. Brother.
That wasn't that long ago.
When I
weeks
wake
later.
up, I woke up to like, and by the way, the day that I woke up, I'm not going to mention which guest it is, but we just shot an episode with a very, very big guest.
Very exciting.
And I was very, very, very excited about this day. I was like, oh my God, like, you know, this is going to be a really good day. I got to get up. I have to have positive energy. Now, usually I don't like to touch my phone right away because I'm like, yo, like, if you read something that bums you out, it's going to mess up your energy. Like, just stay away from the internet.
Yeah.
But it's hard not to.
But when I looked at my phone and I had like 100 text messages, my DMs are out the ass. I'm getting so many notifications on Twitter. I'm like, oh no,
Something
something happened.
That must be
Yeah.
a crazy moment. Before you click on any of them, it could be anything.
You
It
know
could literally
something.
be
Anything. But
could
you
be
weren't
like-
expecting that.
No, bro. I get the first text I read is from him. He goes, dude.
The manager.
Yeah. He goes, dude, Jake wants you to be a co-host. I go, what
big
the
news.
fuck? I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, go watch the podcast. So the first thing you do when you open up a podcast, first thing you do is read the comments. You're like, yo, where is this going? Right?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to watch this today.
You need a sneak peek.
Yeah. And when I watched him, dude, first of all, yo, not to just sit here and be like, this is about me, but like sitting here getting ready for a big guest, watching somebody you respect and you grew up with in the industry have your back publicly. Then his friends like, by the way, his music rocks. And then his other friends like, by the way, this guy's actually a nice guy. I'm sitting here like, oh my God, this is crazy. Thank you so much. But also, here's my last thing that I want to say about it. I think the way Logan handled Jake's win or loss was disrespectful. But I think that they've came to this situation where their private life and their business life and their personal life, it gets blended in together. Now, the situation that Logan's dealing with his girlfriend and Dylan, the Dennis the Menace, and then the situation with Jake and Logan, to me, are completely different. There's a guy out there that's trying to break a home between him and his girl. And then you have your brother. Now, I get you guys, you've had this in your career where you guys go after each other. And now that I'm kind of like the man out of the picture, I want to say this from a loving heart. Keep it between you guys. Don't put it on camera anymore. I know Jake did that because he had to really stick up for like what Logan did. He had to kind of put his heart out there to let people know how he felt.
Yeah.
But keep it between you guys. You guys are brothers. I don't want the money or the fame or the access. Because remember, you guys have two camps, right? You guys have your people, and then he has his people. And those people could whisper the wrong things in your ears. This is your guys' home. All the people that you look at, your brand managers, your camera guy, all those people were not there when you guys were sharing each other's first birthdays, fifth birthdays, sixth birthdays, high school. You know, all that's family. You can't get rid of your family. So keep it between you guys. You guys love each other. I know you guys love each other. It could get competitive and it could get crazy in this world that you guys live in. But never, ever, ever forget that you guys, at the end of the day, you guys came through the same bloodline. Don't let this world tear you guys apart. Your mom and dad worked way too hard for you guys as kids to stick together, for you guys to, when you guys get to where you're at, to separate yourselves. Now, I know there's personal things that are happening between you guys behind closed doors. If you guys want to make it work, keep it behind closed doors. That's
or
the last
come on
thing.
this podcast and really
Absolutely.
just air it
Or
out.
if
Like,
you
we
really
could all
want to
get to the
get
bottom
into
of
it,
it.
come here.
The George Janko show.
The George Janko show. We'll talk about it. We'll bring GP and
Live therapy session.
a bunch of Bud Light. I think he likes Bud Light. I think that's what GP likes to drink.
Is that what he likes to drink?
Yeah.
But dude, no, just real quick, no. I think Jake really tried to do what you're saying though. Like he tried to keep it.
I know. He did.
But you could even tell in that last podcast, like he was so reluctant to talk about Logan in any even slightly negative like way.
Yeah. He
But
had a
he
hard
had
time.
no choice.
Yeah.
And honestly, his co-host Jasper was kind of like almost forcing him to say something.
Again, bro, they're brothers, and I think that they're just such fucking workhorses. You get what I'm saying? Like people forget that they're just, from the moment their eyes wake up to the moments their eyes close, they're grinding. So, of course, you're gonna get emotional in this game, and I think at the end of the day, bro, you get really comfortable with your brother, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. I pray to God that they could figure it out, because that'd be a shame. You know what I mean? Like you could make a lot of mistakes, but you don't ever want to make the mistake of going against family and having that ability of not being able to make it up.
Yeah. Like that shouldn't be his enemy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is like there hasn't been any brothers that have gone through what Logan and Jake have gone through. I don't know why the first two that come to mind are Zach and Cody from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. but there's no other brothers that have like achieved that level of success besides those two, and like been able to like succeed and not fuck up their family. Like you know?
There has to be different brothers. There definitely has. There has to be more brothers.
I mean, there's Liam and Chris Hemsworth.
That's true.
But again, like they're actors, so their personal lives are not online. You know what I mean?
GQ has the number one most famous brothers as Peyton and Eli Manning.
bro.
Number one.